Hello, how is everyone doing tonight? Well, let me just say, my house is no longer under contract. That's okay though. It was a crazy deal. Not kind of a crazy deal, it was. The contract was pretty dumb. Like we shouldn't have signed it. It wasn't the standard Missouri contract. It was for sale by it wasn't even for sale. My neighbor noticed we were cleaning up the place and he texted me, "Hey, are you guys, I noticed you're doing a lot of stuff. Are you putting the house on the market?" And I was like, "Well, as a matter of fact, we are. We're kind of going slow at it, taking our time." Well, he said, "Well, I want to buy it. You don't have to do any more work. I'll do everything. Like, you don't have to paint anything. You don't even have to take anything out of the house if you don't want. Leave your garbage, whatever." Big promises. So I sent him what Zillow said it was worth. We went back and forth and we came to a price. Not near what Zillow said it was worth, but we were gonna be okay because we wouldn't have to put any work. It would be done in 45 days. So we thought, okay, but this is why I don't think it was really a contract, and maybe Carl could probably tell me. Not that I'm asking for legal advice because it's already done. There was no consideration. The way he worded it, and I knew this what it was, and I signed it anyway, which was not smart. But it doesn't. We figured no harm, no foul. He's our neighbor. Anyway, there was no earnest money until after an inspection, which is stupid, right? Stupid. So came down to he never even got an inspection because also I'm kind of embarrassed we signed this, okay? It was also an assumable contract, and no, that was a thing. So it was kind of a joke. But here's what it did. For 2 weeks, all I did was organize and pack up my basement, mostly my basement, some in my bedroom. And wow, the basement, that's just memories. That's all that is. That's just mostly memories. And lots of, not only my memories, I have things from my mom and dad, their memories, and I have some things from, sadly for my husband, his brother and sister have both passed, so there were things from them. There were things of his grandparents, a few things from my grandparents. So, it's a lot of memories. It's a lot of emotion. And here's some things that this was my dad's hat. My aunt, she made this hat. My aunt's still alive. She'll be 90 in a couple weeks. And can you guess who he was a fan of? Yeah, he grew up in Wisconsin, big Packer fan. And then here's another one. This one was very well worn. I have a bigger head than my dad. Dang it. None of these fit right. And then this one, I remember him wearing a lot. They don't really smell like him anymore. Oh, this one's all small on me too. This one fits the best, the one my aunt made. Okay. Yeah, see, here's the problem with making these videos. I'm vain, I want the right lighting, I want makeup. And okay, am I vain or am I like horrified what I look like when I don't do those things? It's more like that. I am more horrified of what I actually look like. If you ever meet me in person, you're gonna go, "Whoa, she's old." She's got a lot of wrinkles. Those don't show up on the camera. Yeah, because there's good lighting. One thing I wanted was good lighting, Barbara Streisand. Put Vaseline on the lens. I haven't done that. I did try it. I did notice a difference. But a lot of lighting and, the camera. I got to stop looking over here because that's where my monitor is, but the camera's right ahead. I hope the microphone. I'm just using the computer's microphone because I don't have the one. The other one's in Florida, and I can't wear the lapel one. Whatever details don't matter, but the memories. So this brings me lots of joy. I'm actually thinking about just leaving these hats out so that it's like he's here, you know. And of my mom's, I saved her winter coat, and that does still smell like her. So that's really nice. I put it in like a plastic bag that's meant for laundry. It didn't have a smell. It's not like a garbage bag. It was like an actual, like, I got a bunch of these bags, and I'm hoping that it might still smell like her for a while. But that's up at some property we have in a big warehouse. Well, it's not a warehouse, but it's like a barn dominium, even though it's not somewhere I would ever sleep. Well, I guess it is because I'm kind of a snob, but it was really set up just for like, there's not even beds in there. There's one cot, and sadly, I think it needs to be mud jacked because there's like space. There's a big space between the foundation and the trim, so we got to get that mud jacked because critters get through there. And the splits, the air conditioning splits, those need work on. So what we might do is we might build a house out there and sell this, but we are going to take our time now because really I did not realize how thoroughly exhausting the past 2 weeks were. When we got the text from the neighbor backing out of the deal, basically what I did was I went to bed, and I did not really wake up until Sunday. So that was Friday to Sunday. I was exhausted. And I feel better now. I still was recovering on Sunday. I'm still a little tired. The thought, I actually painted some today. I don't know. It's a little bit. I decided to get some Sherwin-Williams. I usually always use Home Depot Bear. I really don't see what's so great about it. I'm probably going to go use Bear the next time because you have to put more than one coat. I typically buy the Bear Marquee one coat coverage. And, sometimes you have to go over some spots, but it really does do it most perfect, almost in one coat. I mean, usually it's one coat, but with a few spots that you just miss, Now, my husband wants us to get painters. We got a bid and that was out for every room because probably every room needs to be done. For things that I know I can do, maybe not as good as a painter, it's really hard for me to pay for it. But we'll see how exhausted I am. I painted a bathroom, and it's not done because it needs another coat. So because I've been painting and I did some work, and in what I do, I can listen to YouTube mostly. Sometimes I can't, but there's times where I can. And so I've listened to Carl. He joined the club, and he can use a hot tub, which looks amazing, the view. And it seems like fun. And then I watched little snippets of New York Diane but he's golfing, and oh my God, the only thing worse than golfing is watching golfing to me. Okay. I golf once in a blue moon, and every time after about 3 holes, I can't believe there's still whatever that is, 15 more to go. Sarasota Tim on and off. I'm more a Sarasota Tim hater watcher than Sarasota Tim. Dan seems to think he has a job, and little me is like, oh, if I was there, I could go see if he's at Walmart or if he's at that Ford dealership. But that would be weird too, right? I don't want to be a stalker. But hey, if I actually rarely go to the Walmart by my house because it's literally like scary. There's been shootings in there. And not that I live in a bad area, it's just for whatever reason, that Walmart is janky. I don't even know why. It's bizarre. And there's a Target that's nice, like right there. They're building, well, Tim showed you, they're building this huge housing project called Seaflower right around there. And there's homes in there from, I mean, there's homes on the lower end, like 450, and then it goes up to like 1.7, 1.8. The cool thing about that place is they are going to have really nice amenities. And so far it looks like their HOAs are lower, pretty low. Like, I mean, I think they're under $300. But I don't know, do those go up? Ah, I pressed something, sorry. On my computer keyboard. But I'll go check out that Seaflower, see what their amenities are. And if Tim's golfing with the controversial golf clubs, I just don't care. I'm sorry. Hopefully New York Dan puts out a video tonight that's not about golfing. But hey, you know what? You do you, Dan. I'll watch it. Okay, I paused the video because they're really hammering loud. Oh, they might be doing it again. What do you guys think of this cabin? I think they're still pretty nice. I don't know. I don't think it's worth the money to change it up. I put different handles on it. I think they were silver. I think the black makes it, I don't know, I like it better. Oh, jeez, the hammering. Okay. I just went and looked at Sarasota Tim's. At least I went to see what his channel is, because that's what y'all, know me for. I'm going to start a different channel. Like, that's just going to be about my dumb, like me being dumb. I don't know. I do have a different channel that I tried to do like a cooking. So if you want to go check it out, it's called Gen X Place, but I don't have hardly anything on there because it's hard to make cooking videos. That's what I've learned. And I don't like to cook as much as I want. Well, I thought I did. Okay, I actually went and watched Sarasota Tim's video about Crushing It with Christ. I'd never really watched one of those before. And because I'm not a very religious person, I don't consider myself a Christian. I was raised Catholic, but don't do that. Anyway, it was nice. It was a nice message. He did a good job. I listened at 1.5 speed. I enjoyed it. Basically, like, it's good to have a life where you're full with joy and you can bring other people joy and go buy somebody a coffee or something. But it was nice. Go listen to it. Go listen to Carl. Go watch New York Dan's golf cart and go watch Z Cars. Those are pretty much the ones I watch. Rusty. He's not in this world, I don't think, but he knows who Sarasota Dan is. I mean, Sarasota Tim. Should I change my channel name to Braden Jen? Do you know what they call, well, yeah, oh yeah, Tim said it before. They call it Braden Tucky, and I get it, because, you guys, you get the vibe of Bradenton. If you've been there or whether you haven't. It's, it's not Sarasota. But hey, I have a good friends there. That's what matters. This is my little, I don't want to cover up my microphone. This is a weighted heating blanket. Yeah, feels good. I'm in bed. Annie's in the other room now. We might watch Jack Ryan. We keep threatening to watch the continuation of the series. So usually we're kind of tired by the time end of the day, and we don't really even watch TV. We just, Anyway, so, got a Gmail notification. All right, everyone, Have a good night. Enjoy your YouTube videos. Bye.